given this week, the hot weather we're getting, this is the best place in Calgary to be right now. So pretty privileged to be out here inspecting windows. Maybe I'll go for a little swim after, who knows. I don't know why these dogs are so excited about it. You think they'd be calm. Look at this view they're dealing with here. And then there's all that mold in there. I knew exactly what was going to happen when that came off. That was going to be mold. They're busy upstairs doing some work, so I'm taking my little break here. I'm just going to sit on the sand here. Coffee going. I was looking around in the kitchen. I'm like, where's the fridge? Oh, look at this. Giant. No one's doing that for them, and you know, I'm the only guy here cheering for these guys. So, morning, everybody. It's Master Inspector Ian Lozon here with Timber Point Home Inspection. We're out here again with Ecoline windows and doors. Looks like we got some nice guests that have invited us into their house. This is a really special property. Scorching hot day. It's going to be today in Calgary. Here, we're out in Arbour Lake. We're actually at the lake, so you're going to see in the backyard. We're right on the water, so a really special house. You can see the windows towards the front of the house here. Massive windows, big doors. This is probably one of the nicest properties we've ever been at, so you guys want to stay around. Here what we got today is a Home Depot installation. That's right. I think these dogs work with Home Depot. So again, we're promoting that Ecoline now is working with Home Depot, so you can walk into Home Depot in Calgary and go order yourselves up some custom windows and doors for your nice house on the lake. Can't beat better than that, so come with me, we'll go check out what we're dealing with. So we're at the front of the house. You can see we're looking towards the backyard here. I don't know how you get a better view than that in Calgary. This is like a kid's paradise out here. We got slip and slides going, we got climbing things out in the lake, docks, boats. This is probably one of the, given this week, the hot weather we're getting, this is the best place in Calgary to be right now. So pretty privileged to be out here inspecting windows. Maybe I'll go for a little swim after, who knows. So the front of the house here, I'll give you a little briefing on the exterior. So it looks like we have a stucco exterior. This has been painted over time, so that's good to see. We also have a product that was really popular in the 2000s called stone tile. So what it is, it's like a concrete product that you actually screw in to the wall, and then you put a grouting or caulking to fill in the lines. So it has its advantages and disadvantages. One of them being it's very custom in areas, so you can see there's like almost a custom rounding bottom sill piece there. So we don't want to damage it, we don't want to wreck it. So when we're going to take out this, especially this large living room window, we're going to be very careful not to damage it. This is a metal clad wood frame window. Inside the window you can see there's signs of some rot happening, some decay. From the outside everything looks okay. I don't see any really major issues with it other than that some of the caulking is starting to crack and peel, which eventually lets in water over time. But again, like we've seen with these wood frame windows, it's not really the look of them from the outside, especially when they're metal frame. It's more what's happening inside the house, the lack of comfort, all the drafts that are coming in, the lack of energy efficiency. So outside everything looks pretty good from the exterior wise. You should be able to remove these windows without too much damage. And really, really impressive. You know, this is just one little room in the house, and we have these giant windows. We've got huge doors, the master bedroom windows all the way around. Really, really cool house. Homeowners done a lot of renovations, so this is kind of one of the last steps to really making this property pop out and be, you know, forever a classic place, especially given the lake. So we'll go inside and check out what's going on. Okay, so front of the house here, the door is going to get eventually changed out. Almost all the doors in this house are getting changed out. Not today, we're working on windows today, but doors will be happening in the next day or two. This is an original door. It actually looks quite nice, but it is fairly beat up. It's a metal clad door again with some wood side lights, and then it's a metal clad door. So overall the energy efficiency of this door fairly reduced. Going to let in a lot of drafts. You're going to have a lot of heat loss going on. There's an additional screen that's been put in place. You can see the bottom of the screen is loose. It's definitely in need of a change. The inside, there's some damage to the jamb, the locks and all that stuff. Everything doesn't really close all that tight. You can feel how that moves quite a bit. So a lot of energy efficiency that's not happening going on with this door. We're going to change this one out at some point here. It's gonna look amazing. I haven't even seen the door yet, but I know that it's gonna look amazing. That's Ecoline with the doors, really, really nice. This view speaks for itself. I mean, we're in one of the kids' bedrooms here, and can't believe this is what they get to wake up to every morning. Water's just perfectly calm. You got the beach over there on the corner. Just unreal property. But the view is obviously ruined by these old shitty windows. You can see there's mold growing inside here. There's signs of rot and decay. The casing, the corner is starting to peel off. Lots of paint peeling off. A little softer in these areas here. There's probably signs of some water damage. Failed seals. These windows are completely at the end of their life. Even though from afar they look okay, when we actually come inside the house, it's even worse. There's other areas of the house, the homeowner actually says during a lot of the rains in July, the windows were actually completely leaking water interior-wise. Very not good at all. There's a lot of renovations that have happened over time in this house, and those renovations are having to get repaired because of the windows. So that all ends today. We're gonna get rid of all these old shitty windows, move on. There's other rooms I'll show you and see what those ones look like, but it's not a good start when we're looking at that. 180 degrees view out of this room, windows on 3 walls. It's absolutely incredible. It's just an incredible property. But again, look at this. We got our casing that's almost just coming right off. It's completely rotted in behind here. Right inside the window, there's signs of rot. You can see they've tried to sand and paint over time. But look at that, that'll just come right out. And then there's all that mold in there. I knew exactly what was gonna happen when that came off. That was gonna be moldy. So we gotta fix all that kind of stuff, patch everything up again, put our new windows in, and get back to enjoying this lovely view and not the view of the mold. Just wow. I mean, look at what we're dealing with here. Incredible view. You got a view of the beach across the lake. Everyone is at that beach. These homeowners, they got their own beach right in front of their backyard. Private beach. I don't understand why you would ever go on vacation anywhere. Where are you gonna go that's nicer than this? This is Mexico, this is BC, this is everything all in one. You got everything you need right here. And but you got shitty windows. So we gotta change that part of it, and then everything else is even better. We're looking at another one of our glorious masterpieces in a bedroom here. It's poor kids that live in this room. Look at this window they gotta deal with. Just complete utter chaos happening here. Paint is just completely peeling off. Look at that. You can just take that right out. I don't even need a hammer. Just hit it with a knife. This will just pop right out. Look at this. I don't need a pry bar. I got my little dollar store knife, basically. I'm just gonna be able to pop that. You just rip that out with your bare hands, pretty much. Look at this, barehanded window demolition. That's poor construction right there. We got a dead bug in there. Always the dead bugs. Yeah, if you don't need tools to take apart your window, you know you got some shitty ass windows, I'll tell you that. All right, we got one of the bedroom windows out. You can see our opening here. Not a lot of damage to this window. A little bit of water, staining to the sill. Overall, it's in good shape. This will be no problem to go ahead and put a new window back in here. There's no mold really going along the drywall, so that can be just covered up with our casing again, and we're good to go. So we'll put our 3M flashing down, get a new window, pop it in. You can see the molding here of that stone tile product. You can see that it's a concrete product. It's all nice and secure. It's not loose. We don't have to do any additional, efforts to secure that type of stuff. So we can just cut the caulking out and get it all out of there and put our new window in. And this one will be done. They're busy upstairs doing some work, so I'm taking my little break here. I'm just gonna sit on the sand here, my coffee going, maybe take a little nap. This is the best job in the world today. I don't understand how there's anyone else on earth that's enjoying their job as much as I am. We're inside the trailer here. We're looking at one of the larger front windows. That's you can see how they've had to basically frame it in with some wood to keep it from moving while we're transporting it. We don't want it to get damaged. It's really expensive piece of glass there. You can see it goes all the way to the back because it has a custom arch that's built into the window, so it's all one piece. This is probably one of the larger one-piece windows we've seen. Sometimes if it's a larger opening, they might break it into 2 smaller windows and then combine them together afterwards. We have some other larger windows in behind here, but this is kind of how things look like when they're getting transported. Really secure. They want to make sure that they only have to do this once. They don't want to have to come here, realize that the glass got broken or something during driving here, and then wait another weeks for them to make another custom window. So we want to really make sure that it's well secured and not going to go anywhere, not going to get damaged. So that's really what one of the differences with Ecoline. You don't have to worry about them screwing something up like that. So really important. Another one of the advantages with Ecoline, not only do they install windows, they also make them in their own factory. So when you're dealing with a custom window like this, it's easily 10 feet tall, all one piece. It needs to be secured. They can do all that. They'll get the measurements from the sales. They can all coordinate with each other. They can manufacture the window all to those specs. Then they can ship it, and it's all controlled by Ecoline. There's no other companies they have to deal with. If something gets damaged, they have to deal with the other window manufacturer, and it takes a long time. Something in there, if there is an issue, Ecoline can deal with it within minutes, because they're able to call the manufacturer right away and say, hey, here's what happened, and then they can start working on replacement parts or whatever they need to do. And it's all a seamless process, which is really that Ecoline difference that I'm starting to see more and more as time goes on. Just the ability to transition from the initial call you make when you go into Home Depot and you're coordinating with the salesperson there, to when these finally show up. It's all a seamless transition. You're always in the loop of what's going on, and then pop, just like that, it's installed, and then they're out of here, and you can get to enjoy your beautiful lake house again. So the homeowner was mentioning that this window actually leaks. This is a kitchen window. It's just a large fixed window, but you can see there's some caulking that's been added over time. So, and also up top with the drip cap. So I'm not sure where the water is actually entering the window. It could be through one of the seams in the cladding, but either way, I'll show you inside where the water damage has occurred. So when we got rain, we want to keep the rain out, obviously. But with this window, for some reason, it's leaking. Another reason why it needs to go. You can't wait another day longer. It's just, when you got leaking windows like that, to try to repair them and fix them and add caulking all over the place, it's just a mess, and it's an endless process. It's always gonna leak somewhere else. So just get rid of the window and install a new one. You can see along the bottom of this casing here, there is some water damage, and that's, according to the homeowner, was some water that came in on a rainy day, was running down the window, down the casing, down the wall, through the floor, causing a whole bunch of problems. This is really beautiful kitchen, and now we have some water damage. So changing the window out, fixing the water damage, we don't have to worry about it leaking anymore, and we can move on with our life. So this needs to get repaired and change out the window, and we're good to go. So you can see we got our old sashes here from some of the old openings. We've got these black grills on there, extremely dated. I'm not a fan of grills to begin with, but especially when you have black grills, it's only distorting your view of the outside even more. So definitely needed to get changed out. All this, garbage, all the stuff on the driveway, it's all gonna get taken away. You don't have to worry about it. If you're, thinking about doing the windows and doors in your house and you're thinking about like, oh, what's all that garbage? I don't wanna deal with it. I don't have to take it to the dump. Don't worry, Ecoline's gonna take care of all that kind of stuff for you. So all this stuff will be gone, and you get your house back in a couple of days. It's seamless transition. So don't worry about any of that kind of stuff. If you're walking into Home Depot and you're looking at all the windows and doors and everything like that, you're thinking like, I don't know, it's just overwhelming. Trust me, it's a very easy process. Everything just kind of happens one after the other, and you're always kept in the loop of what's happening. And when it comes to the garbage, you're thinking, no, just take it out, it's gone. All right, we're just finishing prepping the opening here. Got our 3M membrane down, cut out all the rest of the paper. So all we got to do now is put our window in. It's the same process over and over and over again. We've seen it, I don't know, 100 times. And every time, this is how we do it. Simple. Make sure that we don't have any damage to our opening. Make sure everything is secure so that we're not just installing a window on top of some other problem. So that's what it looks like, and it's pretty much ready to go. Okay, we have our 3M flashing down on the sill here. You can see that it's adhered to the jamb and then also on the sill, and everything looks good. It's okay if there's a couple of creases and bubbles. It's not really meant to look perfect. It's meant to protect this sill from any water infiltration that could happen, you know, decades from now or something like that if maintenance isn't done on the window. So this is what we're looking at here. So you can see here, we're not painting our fingernails today. We're just touching up the window a little bit. There's a little bit of scratches on it. I know that we're on the second floor. No one's gonna see it from the ground, but we still wanna go through it, you know, perfectly and make sure that everything's touched up. And you can see our window's fully installed here. Just need to put on our casing, and then it's fully done. So it's nice to see, you know, even up on a second floor like this, stand on the roof, touching up the windows. It shows the attention to detail. All right, we're here in this living room here. We got a nice 2-story full height window, so this is gonna get replaced later today. You can see from, you know, the inside, lots of paint peeling. This one is a leaking window according to the homeowners as well. You can see the paint chipping off the casing here. The only reason that would be happening is because you're getting water coming in from behind the window. So this is a disaster. Apparently it's like a waterfall, which I guess is a nice feature if you're looking for that when it's raining. You can see the nice water coming down the inside of your window, but it doesn't really make any sense. So lots of water damage everywhere. Going to be a really good project later on today when they get started on it. And they're going to need scaffolding. There's going to be 4 or 5 guys up on the windows. Apparently they weigh 500 and 600 pounds each window. That's a lot of weight. It's going to be a big job, so it'll be good to see it when it's done and not have to, you know, do all that heavy lifting. So I'm really happy about that. I made a really good life decision. Here we are again. So we're in the living room. We have our top level window that's been installed. It's fixed glass. There's 4 different sections. You can see there's a custom arch up at the top. Really impressive. Didn't take too long to put it in. And we've got some drywall repairs to clean up afterwards, but overall the window's installed, looks really good. No one got hurt, that's the most important part. Now we're installing our main level window. So we just got it into place. We're just finishing shimming it, making sure that it's everything's gonna be level and it's gonna fit properly. And then we'll be able to put our casing back on, do our spray foam, and then we're good with this window. So this one will be done. And then over here, we're working on another custom arch window over the door. So we're just taking out the jamb extension at this part of the job. Taking a little bit of time. It's pretty pesky stuff. It's not being very friendly, so we're trying to get it out without causing as much damage. And then we're gonna be working on the front door, some back doors, lots of progress happening today. We got about 4 guys on site right now, so everyone's working really hard. So progress is moving along. Here we are, as you can see, we got lots of noise and commotion going on right now. Trying to take out the old jamb extension, the old frame on this window. It's a custom arch window over the main door. It matches also the top level window there, so there's also an arch feature. Trying to keep things consistent. Again, Ecoline, any window size, doesn't matter the shape, they can make it custom, they can make it fit. So that's what we're doing right now. Eventually we'll get on our main door. We have some back doors to install. Everything is kind of rocking and rolling here. We want to get the house back to the homeowners for the long weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend here in Calgary. They got the lake is open for business, so we're trying to get this thing done so everyone can live it up and party on the weekend. We're in the front part of the house here. As you can see, we had our top level window that was installed. It's in 4 sections, but it was all in one piece. You have the top custom arch there. Really, really big window, weighed a lot. I don't think there's any other window that weighs any more than that. And they managed to get it up there. Nothing broke, no one got hurt. So that's always the most important part, especially the damage. We don't want a damaged window. We know we could risk someone getting hurt if the window's intact, I think. But main floor window is getting installed here. Looks really good. Doing a really good job here. There's a lot of progress. Everyone's working hard today. So even I feel like I'm working hard. I might even end up breaking a sweat here, which is a lot because I'm talking a lot right now. Okay, we're at the back main floor patio door. We have the opening prepped, we have the back door taken out. We have starting to prep the opening. Having an inspection here of the subfloor. There's a little bit of water damage, but overall it's fine. It doesn't look too bad. So when we take the door out, we want to make sure that when we put our new door in, it's going to be able to butt into the existing floor. There's not going to be any gaps. So this is an engineered hardwood. So if necessary, we'll have to maybe remove some of it to make our new door fit. If not, we'll just be able to put it in place. We're going to have our 3M flashing underneath it, just like installing a window for the most part, other than we add a little bit more strength to it because of the force of the impact from opening and closing the door. And then we'll have some stucco to fix up at the end of the day, and then this will be ready to go. All right, here we are in the master bedroom. As you can see, the transformation is complete. Looks really good. We have a large casement window, some really big fixed windows. Again, this room, you really want to capture your view. And we did have the view before with the old windows, but it was distorted by having the mold and all that rot happening. So we've gotten rid of all that. As you can see, we got our space now is nice and cleaned up. We also installed a new back door, which looks really, really sharp. It's also black on the inside, which I really like. Really, really nice look. And left to do is installing the hardware, which will get done later. But when we open that up, you get to go back out onto your nice balcony. It's just a really, really nice door. Nice clean look to it, and it really contrasts the bedroom nicely. All right, we got our back balcony door, just fitting it into place. With the doors, we always want to make sure that everything is really, really level, because if the door is off by even a little bit, it won't close properly, it won't close tight, and it'll look, from certain angles you can see the gaps that's been created. You can see at the top of the door, it hasn't closed up right, so there's a bit of a gap there. So once we can fully make sure it's installed properly, then we're good to go. So we've got to shim it from the side, and then also sometimes the bottom we will also shim. We got to make sure that it's going to be secure. Also worth noting, this is not a wood door anymore. This is full PVC jambs, and then there's some metal on the threshold, but there's not really too much actual wood involved with this door at all. And in terms of the frame, it's all PVC, so there's not going to be any water damage over time. It's going to look really good for a very, very long time. And really high quality threshold. It's not going to scratch and dent as easily as the older doors did. So really good. It's meant for taking a lot of abuse. People coming and going, if they're going outside to enjoy the view on the deck, it's meant for those years and years of life, whereas the old door was completely at the end of its life for sure. All right, we got our large arch window up in the opening here. Just discussing how we're gonna get it in place. Make sure that it's gonna sit right. You can see the drip cap up top there is left in place. We don't wanna damage the envelope. We don't wanna damage the stone tile product. And once we get it in, it's gonna be fastened in just like any other window. Looks really cool. And as you can see, we got our Home Depot sticker up there. So that's how you know we're dealing with the Home Depot order here. No one's doing that for them. I'm the only guy here cheering for these guys, so I'm the big #1 supporter. Okay, we have our back door that's been installed, and the spray foam is up. It just needs the casings. We need to break off these shims. So we've shimmed it along the sides and then fastened it into place through the shims. That really improves the integrity of the door. Make sure that it's not going anywhere. It's not going to move. It's going to be nice and stiff. So that's how you install a door like that. And then we have these temporary little plugs in place so that we can keep the door closed before we install our hardware. So then we can still open and close the door. You can see it closes up really nice. A lot of really high quality weather stripping. It's a really good door. I like the Ecoline doors just as much as I like the windows. So if you're considering, replacing the windows in your house, I always suggest, if you have the budget for it, you change the doors out as well. Really, there's hundreds of different styles you can go with. You can have windows in them or not have windows in them. It's up to you. But the doors look really sharp, and you do get that energy efficiency increase. So a lot of old doors are drafty, so always consider doing your doors as well. As you can see, we're working on our basement level double French door here. And again, it's the same theme as all the other doors that we've installed. It's got the black trim on the outside and then large piece of glass in the middle. Really cool to see that it's all consistent and everything's gonna kind of flow together. And I really like the all black door. It really looks really sharp. And it's, again, same style. It's PVC all the way around, metal threshold. And then we're gonna put on some, once we seal it from the inside, we're gonna put on a brick molding that'll go all the way around, and it'll make it nice little seamless transition. Any stucco that's damaged gets patched up and fixed and get repainted. So that's where we're at right now. Everything is kind of slowly coming together, and then once it's all done, we'll be cleaned up and out of here and get to enjoy the lake for the rest of the day. Here we are at the main door here in front of the house, taking out the old frame, cutting it all up into little pieces and breaking it all off. You can see how easily it fairly kind of comes apart. So take the whole frame out and then prep the opening and then get ready for our new door to come in. As you can see, we're just wrapping up this project here. Amazing property. I can't believe that this is the whole, owner's property here. We got the private beach. We got the nice big house with the nice new Home Depot Ecoline windows and doors. Nothing's really been missed at this property. So now we can really enjoy ourselves. It's a nice, beautiful day. So I think it's time for me to cool off and go have a little dip in the water. So I'll catch you guys at the next one. This is what it's all about.